With the election just a week away, there's no better time to campaign than now. Tonight I'm on the corner of Erringer and Simi Valley Town Center Way with a group of Barbra Williamson supporters. Of course, no VoteSimiValley.com outing is official without a little on-camera interaction, and who better to speak to than Barbra herself?
Do I have to be nice?
No, Barbra, not at all. And we'll get nasty with Barbra later, but first, let's hear from her offspring.
Well, after seeing that debate the other night, I think she's going to be okay.
Barbra's son, Matt, as it turns out, is satisfied by his mother's work on the council.
But also, she's actually done a pretty good job.
Of course, off camera, Barbra threatened to spank him. Jamie, Barbra's daughter, is also a solid supporter of the campaign.
Growing up being Barbara's daughter was a privilege, still is a privilege. You know, when you're a daughter or a sibling of an elected official, you know, there's certain lines that you have to toe, and you know, you just got to make sure that you uphold what kind of message she's trying to perceive to the citizens of Simi Valley, and that's, you know, being a good citizen, doing what you need to do to take care of business in the city you live in.
More with Jamie in a bit, but first let's find an eager Barbra supporter who isn't a blood relative. I know, how about this guy?
My name is Rick Lippincott.
Rick's a good guy to have in your corner. He's loyal, and he's got a peculiar majestic influence on the people driving the streets of Simi Valley. More on that in a bit, but first let's just meet Rick.
I know Barbra personally. I like her. She's a friend. She has integrity, like I said. So I'm going to support Barbra as my friend.
Well, to be out here on the street, surely they've been friends for decades, right?
No, this is the first time I've been able to vote for her. I've only known her a year and a half.
Quite a compliment. Now, while Rick continues to work wonders with his waving, my instincts begin to tell me that Barbra is dying to talk to me on camera. With Barbra participating in classic street-side campaigning, she's got thoughts on her challenger's seemingly lack of presence.
But, you know, they can make their signs. You know, they can take one of mine and turn it over and write their name on it for all I care. You know, I guess the thing is, I don't think they're serious. I think it's easy to say negative things about what we have done as far as council members are concerned. But, you know, if they were really serious, you know, they would go out and they would get their friends to give them a couple bucks. They would at least have a campaign statement in the ballot pamphlet. There's a lot of things they could do, but they just choose, I guess, not to. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're walking precincts. I don't know. I haven't heard that they're doing that.
Campaigning is certainly important, but does a lack of history and name recognition mean a zero chance of victory? Barbra says not necessarily.
Well, you know, I've seen it happen before. I remember years ago when Sandy Webb ran, and she ran against Ann Rock, who was a sitting council person for several years. In fact, I think she had 2 terms under her belt. And Sandy Webb came out and rode her bike and did precincts, and she whipped her. So, of course, you can do it, you know. But you got to go, you know, in order to beat somebody like myself who has been there a while, and I don't say this lightly, but if you want to beat a person like me, man, you have got to go and start walking precincts. If I was going to run against, let's say, Paul Miller, man, I'd be starting now and walking precincts, because that would be a really tough battle, but I would know that going in. So, but please don't take that I'm going to run against Paul Miller.
I asked Barbra to look into her crystal ball and tell me her predictions for this election.
Well, I don't think that there's any question but that Steve Soik is going to win. I don't think that there's any question that Paul Miller is going to win. I don't want to jinx it for me, so I'm just going to kind of leave that open.
A safe, humble answer. Meanwhile, Rick shares with us his secrets of success on the streets.
There's definitely an art form to sign waving, and my formula is, you know, first of all, you do the general wave, then you make eye contact. As soon as you make eye contact, you get a little bit of stimulus, a little bit of a sign that they're positive with you. Then it's like, yeah, got it.
The man is gifted. So to sum up, it was an eventful evening of sign holding and waving on a busy Simi Valley street corner. But is it enough for the November 4th election?
Thank you. Hey, and I got to tell you, I really enjoy your website. I think you're pretty cool.
Oh yeah. See, I'm not objective at all. She just got my vote right there, people. She got my vote. Now go get yours at VoteSimiValley.com.